and I manage the castle, which is a castle community centre, and I'm also a director of Taste and See external catering and the castle kitchen. When we found the castle building, it was a derelict old co-op shop. When we came into the building in 2010, there was no floor, no toilets, no nothing, and the upstairs was a warehouse.
Yeah, it's built originally somewhere around late 1800s, early 1900s as a retail co-op shop or as a wholesale co-op back in the early days. As far as we can understand, that they've probably brought stuff up on the Bridgewater Canal, which just runs along the back here. Would have horse and carted it down to here, down to the side. You can see our winch in the background. They'd winch it up to the top floor and then break it down and sell stuff in the shop down below.
It was like a TARDIS inside with so many different areas. We knew that we wanted to put in kitchens, and we knew that we wanted the front space to be a hall and upstairs to be offices. And to be honest, that took us about 2 years to get the building to a place where we could even use it.
It's the only industrial building on the street, so it's sort of used for anything else. For us, it made an obvious place for a community centre.
We moved in here in 2006 into this community, and had spent that time doing other things, but just working really on the plans that we had and waiting to find the right building and people and volunteers to work with us. It's all about building relationships. We built relationships with the people in the street that we live in, not far from here, and then we built relationships too with the people around here. And then gradually, as the building developed, we were able to begin to offer community events and community activities, which people began to come and use the building. We've got to the point now that on a Monday night we have a group for parents and for their children, for those that have additional needs, whether they're diagnosed or not. Just a quieter, safe place really for them to meet together to support one another. And then the Eccles youth team work in this building, so on a Tuesday night they have a support group for the LGBT plus group, and then on a Wednesday they have a youth club night, and on a Friday they have a youth club night. And on Thursday night we run a kids club for kids aged 5 to 11, which is massively well attended, and just this term we also run a year 6 group as they get ready to transition into the youth groups. On a Saturday we have a family club, which again is somewhere that families can come and we do activities together. We also have a gardening club on a Saturday morning, and more recently we've also got a homework club where the children can bring their homework and can get help with that. And the parents find that really useful as well, because sometimes as parents we can't do the homework, so that's also been a really useful place for the parents. On a Sunday is the other day. We have a quieter day on a Sunday, and we have a tea and cake session where other members of the community can come and enjoy some time together. And on a Wednesday night for adults as well, we have a walking group that goes out all the summer, that goes out for a walk, a cup of coffee or a drink somewhere every Wednesday night.
So there's something that goes on here now, well, 7 days a week, morning and evening. And so constantly we were just running out of space. So the big plans are to go down into the cellar. There's a cellar that needs a lot of work doing, obviously, to bring it back to a habitable standard, but that gives us another floor essentially for the building. So that's the number one priority. But then we did some work with the Manchester School of Architecture and the architect that's working with us, and we sort of went out to the community and said, what would you like to see and what would the dreams be? And so we've tried to put those together and turn it into then another community kitchen, expanded it, moved the floor plan around so that there's a bit more floor space, but that will give us some more rooms upstairs. Looking to put a roof garden in on the roof on the top of this one as well, accessing a disabled lift so that every wheelchair users have got access to all levels of the building, and the basement as well. The kids are looking forward to that as a sort of space for them to hang out and make a lot of noise.
When we started here, we wanted obviously to run a community centre, but we also wanted to start a catering business. So food is very much a part of everything that happens here. Within the actual community centre, we have what is known as the Castle Kitchen. We provide food into many local community events around this area and in Salford in general. So for other CICs and charities and for other organisations that are putting on events, if they get funding, they'll usually come to us and we will supply the hot or the cold food that they need. And then we also have based in here Taste and See External Catering, and that is a commercial company that goes out all over Manchester. We do events, we do conferences, we do weddings, we do barbecues, we do anything really that people want, and we can travel quite a long way with that. And that has provided work experience and it's provided jobs for local people, and in the future we really want to grow that into something bigger than it is now, to provide more employment opportunities. Nearly all our life, Dave and I have been involved in community work voluntarily. Having 5 children meant that if you wanted a youth club, you had to run it. If you wanted a kids club, you had to run it. So I guess that's how we originally got involved in the community. It's always been a passion of ours. And in our last, we both were directors of businesses for many years, and then working alongside, obviously, voluntarily in community all the time. And from that just evolved an idea that actually we would like to work bringing community and business together. I think that was what was our real passion, to see one supporting the other. So that's where we got to, and that's why we started this.